Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Whatever, Whenever, the show where we talk about whatever we want, whenever we want. I am Robin.
I'm the Mentok, the prophet, YouTube's savior. But I'm just the whenever of this podcast now.
And I'm the Whatever. And we have a special guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm the why ever for today's episode. I'm ZachJaDa.
Hey.
Yes, hello. This is Zach. He's a good friend of mine. He used to edit videos for me. And he's also an artist. And he makes cool art.
Like the one you're seeing on screen.
Oh, yes, he did do our thumbnail art.
I couldn't think of a better first guest.
Exactly.
I'm flattered.
Well, speaking of art, you guys want to talk about a new show that we've been hearing a lot about? That being Adult Swim's Smiling Friends?
Sure.
Awesome.
So I know nothing about this show. So you're going to have to school me on this a little bit.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Bushwold Adventures?
I haven't
No.
heard of that.
Okay, well, the guy who made Bushwold Adventures and then like some other shows that I don't know of, he's like the maker of it, and then also Psychic Pebbles from notable things such as Hellbenders and Oni Plays.
Yes.
So yeah, I definitely know about Psychic Pebbles. Where did I first run into him? I think he used to do like prank calls.
Did he?
I think
Something
he
like
did
that.
for a while.
Well, that sounds like something he'd do.
I know he
Like
prank called the H3H3 podcast where he
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He
used
did
to
his
be
Trump
like Donald
voice.
Trump and stuff. But I knew him before that for some strange reason. And I just can't remember what it was.
Oh, he did like a lot of like Newgrounds, like YouTube animations.
yeah.
That's probably it. Yeah, because I was heavily like invested in Newgrounds, like way back when all the animators were just really congregating there.
Yeah.
And there used to like be like the audio portal. They used to just do mini podcasts on those too. Like not podcasts, but more so like prank calls and just like these little audio demo reels. It was
Yeah.
interesting. So I think like Psychic Pebble is probably one of those, and the Hot Diggity Demon is another.
Really?
yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
he did one of
used to-
those.
I think he was big on Newgrounds for a while.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure Hot Diggity Demon was, but I didn't know he did the prank calls or whatever.
So I remember he called 1-800-Flowers, and I think he took it down because I cannot find this for the life of me. But like he called 1-800-Flowers, and he like did a T-Pain type of R&B song, on straight auto tune, and he's singing to this girl, and she's like, "Oh my god, I love that, I love that." So
Awesome.
yeah, shout out to the old school Newgrounds gang.
Yeah. But yeah, so like Psychic Pebbles and Michael Kosak, I think is how you say his last name.
Something like that.
Yeah, they're the creators of this show, and it's basically about this company called Smiling Friends, with the two main characters being employees there called Pib and Charlie, and they just go around trying to like make people smile and stuff, and it has like that wacky, awkward humor that like Psychic Pebbles is known for.
You know, I know what this is now.
Oh, you do?
So I remember I recognize that name. So Michael Cusack did a show called YOLO, Crystal Fantasy.
Oh, yeah, I
Ah.
think, yeah, that does sound familiar.
Yeah, so that was based on a YouTube animation just called YOLO that was like super popular a few years back. About just two really interesting party girls, like I guess like really just defining the stereotype of girls that go out and just want to get drunk and find somebody to fuck. So
Yeah.
like that was the whole basis of that. It was just ridiculous. I can't even describe it on the podcast like accurately, but it's like a 30-second clip. I suggest anybody interested in that type of animation go check out YOLO on YouTube. So yeah, now I kind of know what we're dealing with.
Yeah. But yeah, they got like a bunch of different like episodes, and I really like it because of first of all, the humor is right up my alley, and second off, all the different like animation styles that they sneak in there. Like, there's one character who's like entirely rotoscoped, and he just shows up in some episodes. And they use a bunch of claymation, and there's some CGI as well. And they even got like a bunch of guest voice actors, like David Firth, creator of Salad Fingers, voices a character in one episode.
They got James Rolfe in one.
Oh,
the
really?
Last episode.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Like,
catch that.
Everybody was like, "Oh, he voices the devil," but that's not him. That was Psychic Pebbles. But he was like, when Charlie's like the transportation to hell, I think.
Yeah.
Like, his face is there for like a frame, and so he's like credited in like the main cast.
Oh. Oh yeah.
But,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. And there's like Mike from Red Letter Media. He is also a character in the show. He plays Desmond in the pilot.
So how many seasons are we in now? Just one?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
just
just
one.
one. For some reason, they decided to like drop the entire season all in one night.
Yeah, I thought that was just dropping episode 2 and 3, but I didn't expect like the entire
Yeah, no,
thing to be dropped.
the entire series just all at once.
What, you mean they aired it all at once, or they
Yeah,
just,
no, they aired the
yeah.
entire
Mhm.
season all in one night.
Wow.
I
That's
know.
a very Adult Swim thing to do.
Yeah. It's like on par with them showing like the entire Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie like early, but like in like the very bottom corner of the screen while their normal shows played.
Classic.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of their April Fool's airings. I think I forgot.
Last year
forgot- Yeah.
year they said that like they were doing a new block called Adult Swim Junior, and they had a bunch of kids come in and like voice over Adult Swim episodes.
Should've
Yeah,
moved that
so
around.
like, I know that real productions have actually come out of their April Fool stuff. Like they would
Yeah.
run something and it would
like
get so
Smiling
popular.
Friends.
Was that one of them?
Yeah, that was that aired on April 1st, 2020.
Oh, really?
See?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So yeah, definitely. Adult Swim are innovators. They're. I've always enjoyed that block, like ever since it started.
Yeah, and I enjoy the Toonami as well. You know, they're like anime block.
I feel like they're like, it's the same people involved, right?
I think
to an
so.
extent.
Yeah.
Because Toonami was first, and then at some point it got canceled for a bit, or it was like a little bit before Adult Swim. Then they kind of combined the two, where Toonami's on Saturdays as a part of Adult Swim. So whoever's in charge of it, I think they're known as William Street, and they're in Atlanta. They do a good job, like bringing in good content.
Yes. But yeah, I definitely recommend you check out Smiling Friends. There's a whole bunch of like, I don't want to spoil all the jokes in there, but there is like some that I just find utterly hilarious. Like,
The last episode was like the funniest one to me.
yeah, the last episode for sure. That's where Charlie dies, and then he is like in hell for the entire episode, and God shows up in the end. But I won't spoil who voices God.
Oh,
'cause
man.
you're not expecting it. But I think my favorite joke in the whole series is the Halloween special, where like Pib gets lost in like these woods, and then he ends up being chased by like this demon that's all claymation and everything, and he chases them back to the office where they're having a Halloween party, and they all just look at him, and then like they look at like this monster who's like brown and like has twigs on him and stuff, and like the rotoscoped guy is like, dude, is that fucking blackface? And then he's like, no, it's not blackface, I'm an actual demon. And then they all just get mad at him for like wearing blackface and refusing to believe he's an actual demon, and they all beat the shit out of him and kill him and eat him.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Supposedly that was based off of an Oni Plays joke.
Yeah, I know the one. It's the one where like Zach, Psychic Pebbles, Zach, not you, Zach.
No, I know.
Yeah, but the audience doesn't.
Zach is low key a part of Only Plays Guys. You heard it here first.
Tell him.
Yeah, but Zach is in Psychic Pebbles. He thought of like this bit of like I guess a kid's birthday party, and then like some like the mom comes in with like the food, and it's just a chimp in a cage, and then it's like the kids just eat the monkey alive or something.
Rip him to shreds, as
Yeah.
if like a chimp would do to a small infant baby.
Jeez.
I hate chimps, dude. They're evil.
Yeah, they're wild. Like, I remember. I mean, this is a few years ago. I went to like the zoo, and you just see the gorillas are just mad chill, and then like, not too far away is the chimp section, and they're just in there like screaming at each other.
Yeah, like
Yeah, they're screeching. They're losing their minds.
It was just such like a stark contrast, like from the gorilla side, where they're just chilling.
like a baby fell into like a gorilla pen, and the gorilla just like cradled the baby until like people came to rescue it, and then like some cop or some woman was holding a chimp's favorite Elmo toy, and it just ripped its face off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ripped the person's face off. It was awful.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, that popular story about that lady that just got totally mutilated by her pet chimp.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
get pet chimp,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
like, it
don't
seems
do
like a
that.
good idea. Just don't do it, though. Like,
Gotta
you're
get a capuchin
literally
or
with something almost as smart as you in the room. Like,
Yeah.
you never know when it's gonna. It's bad enough even getting married. So
They're
much
getting
less
married?
having a pet chimp. I'm just saying it's bad enough to have another human in the house with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought like chimps evolved to like understand the concept of marriage.
No.
I mean,
No.
but I wouldn't
Okay.
doubt that somebody out there married a chimp. I mean, it's probably how we have AIDS in the first place.
Jeez.
Yeah, probably.
God damn it.
Just think about it.
I don't want to think about it. Is the problem.
All right, I totally sidetracked this.
Yeah. It's all good. But yeah, no, I definitely recommend you watch that show, Mentok. It's all on Adult Swim's website. If you have cable, you can just tell them
If
your
you have-
cable provider.
And if you don't have cable, I know some legal ways you can also get the show.
Yes,
Okay.
totally legal ways.
They put it on HBO now because there are other
Oh,
shows
yeah,
up on
they-
there.
February
uh,
6th they will.
Yeah, on February 6th, they'll be putting it on HBO now. I think that's why they dumped the whole season, because you can't legally stream a show like on a streaming service if you haven't aired all the episodes yet or something stupid like that. So
Yeah, it's an interesting tactic because you're essentially like binge watching but on cable, which doesn't really. I don't think that's a thing, unless it's like reruns and it's like, hey, we're doing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air marathon for the 50th time,
yeah,
So, yeah, so like I think that's an interesting tactic. That's nice that they did that.
yeah,
Agreed.
agreed for sure.
Anything
So
else
speak-
regarding Smiling Friends here though? Without spoilers, I guess. I guess it's hard to talk about without like actually seeing it, right?
Yeah,
It's pretty
I guess.
funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. I just
Made me lol a couple of times.
don't say it like that. Don't say
It made me a lol.
It made me SD.
Yeah, it made me start up my Rafflecopter once or twice, but that's about it.
Jesus Christ.
Rafflecopters, man. I thought those were retired.
Nah.
It's funny because like I stopped using XD like a while back. Like that was just something that I used to do. Whatever. That's a popular instant messaging thing, right?
Yeah,
But then like
go ahead.
I guess like at the time though, like it wasn't like a very popular one, but it's very popular amongst for the lack of a better term, like weebs. So because I think it's more of an anime expression, and then it caught on after a while. Because
Yeah.
I remember using it back in the day, and people were like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "Oh, that's a laughing face." But I found myself starting to use that shit again. I don't know when it came back, but
Yeah, I
like
know.
I remember using it in a text conversation. They're like, "Bro, I haven't seen you use that in like 10 years." I'm like, "Oh shit, whoops."
I use it like very frequently with my parents.
Yeah, I used
Yeah.
to use it a lot, like to the point where like a friend of mine made like a jar dedicated to like every time they see the phrase SD, and I remember this one time I just kept saying SD because they were doing some funny shit, and they're like, "Robin, please, you're gonna bankrupt me to this fucking jar."
I feel like that was me. Was that me
No.
who did that?
No, it was someone else.
I did some money jar for you, where it's like every time you said something. I think it might have been incredible. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it was incredible because that's like my go-to like thing I say, I guess.
When you can't think of anything else.
Yeah, when I just can't think of what else to say, I just say, "Wow, that's incredible."
There's that one presenter at E3 like a few years ago that said incredible, and I think that ruined that word for everybody. I'm not sure if you guys remember that clip. It was like they were promoting Battlefield, so it was like an EA guy,
Oh,
and he's like, "That guy just jumped out of a moving truck and headshot someone on a moving horse. Incredible."
That's what
And,
I would say.
Yeah, that was like part of the cringe compilation for that year.
of course.
So I don't know, keep it in style. I like that word.
Incredible.
Also, one last thing about emojis.
Yeah.
You guys ever find that the smiles are like, just like the generic smiles, not the laughing emoji or anything, but like the generic smiles are a little bit aggressive?
In certain contexts, yeah. Like if someone just like puts a smile at the end, like unprompted, it can seem a little aggressive sometimes.
Right. It looks like either
Like a fake
like, why are you smiling so much over this? Like, number one, right, for that type of emoji, or it feels like overly flirtatious on the other side. So
What kind
I
of
started
smile
using.
are we talking about? Are we talking about like colon parentheses or colon up arrow parentheses for the
No.
numbers?
I'm talking like the emojis in your phone.
Oh,
Okay.
That's
Because I started using the
story.
colon parentheses again because I'm just like, yo, these smileys are just a bit much. Like, they just look like you're flirting immediately, or it just looks like it's like too wide of a smile for the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't like using emojis. I usually just stick to like the old-fashioned emoticons. I don't know, maybe that makes me a hipster or something, but
It does.
whatever. But yeah, I swear I'm not a hipster. Ignore the fact that I have a PS2 hooked up to my HD TV and a vinyl record player sitting next to it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
But yeah, no, I usually just stick to emoticons because like I don't like using emojis. They seem like too aggressive unless there's like a specific one I want to use like as a joke, like the shocked one that you see in a bunch of YouTube thumbnails.
I love that one.
I like using that as like a joke whenever I'm like doing like a fake like YouTuber title.
A couple years back, I was doing like a commercial for something I was gonna do, but then ended up not doing. And then, like, there was one part where I just had like the product, and then I just had like a bunch of like the shocked emojis like rapidly filling the screen. Just thought it was, I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
I think I like the shocked emoji though.
It's good.
yeah. I love your edits, by the way. Like, there's like, I'm sorry that like a lot of the older videos you did for me aren't up anymore because like they had some really good edits. The only reason I took them down is because they had my hands and like face in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll rotoscope them one day. I think the best edit that you like ever did for me was the one where I'm in the Pikachu outfit and I'm saying something about how like O.J. Simpson was like wrongfully accused, and then like the American flag appears in the background and the national anthem starts playing over it.
Yeah. I just can't edit anymore. My computer will barely run it. I was trying to edit something for my class. I was putting images up in Premiere, and that's all it was doing, and my computer just could not handle that.
Ouch.
Damn.
It sucks.
We need to donate this guy a new computer, like complete desktop, all the
Please.
works.
I know like a few people who need a new computer.
And it's
Yeah.
like harder to get them now too. That's the
Yeah, it's all
that's
the
the hard-
fucking crypto miners.
And inflation.
Yeah, and inflation and the economy. All that
Can
stuff.
we-
Economy.
Can I say how much I despise like how just crypto is ingrained in our culture now?
I
Like,
mean,
it just felt like a decent thing to have like a few years ago, where people were like, oh yeah, like we have this little crypto trading thing, but now it's like everywhere. And then on top of that, you have NFTs and all
I
of this
think-
stuff.
I think it's like it would be better if it wasn't like being so like manipulated by just wealthy people and like scam artists and stuff.
Yeah, in my opinion, now that the secret is out,
I
because
feel like
Bitcoin,
it was built
I feel-
to be a scam.
I don't
right? I
think,
feel like Bitcoin was like kind of like the only legitimate accident that came out of that. Not to say that billionaires didn't have their hand in it. It just felt a little bit more organic than everything else now.
I mean,
Every
like-
week there's a new coin, and it's like, if we can get it to 1 cent, you know,
Yeah.
like
I think it's just the problem of it being so new to the mainstream. Like, I think once people like catch on to how it works and stuff, they'll be like, okay, we know what this is. We're not gonna deal with this stuff, you know? Or like how it is right now is that other people are seeing how this scam works and they're catching on and they're thinking, I can do that too, and that's what they're
Yeah.
doing.
there are people losing a lot of money in this.
Did you hear about the
A
dude?
lot.
Did you hear about the dude who put like his entire life savings into Squid Game coin?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's gonna go to the moon, guys. I promise.
to the moon.
yeah, and then he lost it all.
And like what drives those coins too is a bunch of other delusional people thinking that it's gonna go somewhere.
Yeah,
So
That's
like
really-
they validate each other. It's
Well, it's
sad.
It's probably because like Dogecoin did so well.
Yeah,
So they're like, if one meme can do it, I'm sure all of them can.
So I think Dogecoin was this weird one. Like unless you invested like a ton of money into it. Well, okay, I take that back. Like you could have made a decent amount of like profit depending on what you put in to Dogecoin.
Yeah, I know a
It
couple
just-
of
it
people
just-
who like made profit from Dogecoin.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
because it just spiked randomly and then it just dropped because everybody started buying into it. And Elon Musk started talking about it, and I don't know, like.
I
yeah.
think like it started rising because Elon Musk started talking about it, but like as soon as he went on Saturday Night Live dressed as Wario, it just like went down the drain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the funny thing about it is that like he talked about it and then it spiked and then like the whole community was like super excited about him going on SNL and then they were like, okay, he's gonna talk about it on SNL, guys. He's gonna promote Dogecoin on SNL and then we're gonna get even more of a spike and then he didn't, and then they all like developed a hatred for Elon Musk overnight essentially.
Well, I just hate him because he he
He's a
portrayed
di-
Wario in such a bad way.
I thought you were gonna say you hate him because he's a dick.
Nah.
I mean, that's a plausible reason.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the way he portrayed Wario, he pretty much is. But yeah,
Excuse me, that was a hiccup.
That's the like, most interesting hiccup I've ever heard.
That's like that was a weird one. Normally they're a little bit more aggressive, but
I
today
like
is
peaked on my mic, so I couldn't hear it.
I heard like a. It sounded like you yelled meep.
yeah. That's pretty much it. That was the noise. I guess like I wanted to, since we're talking about crypto real quick, I want to talk about like Troy Baker's little slip up
Yeah.
yesterday or like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
You both know about this?
I know about it, but I don't know who Troy Baker is, and I don't really care either.
Okay,
well,
it's fine.
For context with the audience listening, Troy Baker is a famous voice actor. He is.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he was in like a bunch of games and anime and stuff.
Yeah. Well, he used to be in a lot of anime, but now he's too good for that stuff and only does quality games.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Like I'm not saying like he's a bad person or anything like that. Like,
No, he seems
to
like
be the
he
nicest.
seems like an alright dude, but like what he did, kind of like you know, was
Yeah,
not.
so let me explain that. He joined like some sketchy company who are starting to deal in audio NFTs. So yeah, so it's not just art anymore. We have audio files that are going to be signed off as, you know, authentic these days. And for those who don't know what NFTs are, good, because I don't think anybody else does really. But I mean, for the most part, it's basically a file that you own. It can be replicated, it can be copied, but you literally own that file, and you get a certificate of authenticity for it. It's weird,
It's like
but
NFTs. Okay, do you know those little things where it's like, oh, buy a foot of land in Scotland or buy your own star? That's literally kind of like what NFTs are.
yeah, you own a tree in Malaysia. Adopt an orangutan. Something like that. It's like similar to that. Like technically it's yours, but you're not really.
You have no access to it. You just can't.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. It was like, hold on. Can I just say, Ricky, after Mentok says the phrase audio NFTs, can you put in that clip from Smiling Friends of like, of the guy saying, dude, kinda cringe?
I wonder if you can get access to that.
Oh no, you can. They uploaded
he has
like
his way.
50, yeah.
All right, well, Ricky, do that shit. I'm just kidding.
But yeah.
So yeah, like he joined this audio NFT company, and like, of course, they came out in this big way, like, oh, hey guys, we are changing the world with audio NFTs, and Troy Baker gets to be a part of this. Like, Troy's the one that, you know, tweeted it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna be a part of this. You can hate or you can create, and like everybody was like, bro, this is not that serious, and we're a little annoyed that you're doing this because we thought you were a decent person. So like after being defensive for a couple of tweets, he came back and apologized and said, you know, like, you know, I'm glad to hear the feedback and stuff, and I'm pretty sure he's still gonna be a part of it, but I think it was too soon for it because this NFT stuff is just, I don't know, it's a meme. It's a meme, but everybody's still like going full force with it. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Troy Baker.
Shout out to Troy Baker though, you know, for an amazing
Good guy.
performance in Uncharted 4. I think he was
yeah,
better
he
in that
was.
game than Last of Us.
Yeah, he was in Uncharted, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The movie?
No, the fourth game.
He was in the fourth game. He plays Nathan Drake's older brother, Sam.
I hope he's in the movie with Tom Holland and whoever else is in that movie.
I
That
don't know.
movie's gonna be interesting.
I think it's interesting how, like, well, first off, we should probably wrap up the NFT stuff. But yeah, we don't like NFTs. They're cringe. I don't like them.
And in the comments, tell us why we should like them.
Yeah, be the contrarian to us.
Would you rather own a bored ape or a lazy lion?
Right.
Neither.
I hate that I know what both of those are.
I know. Everything I've learned about NFTs, I've learned not of my own free will. It's because people told me about them. It's the same thing as like everything I know about the Kardashians. I didn't learn it because I wanted to learn it. I learned it because people told me about it.
That means that the Kardashians did a good job.
Yeah, well, it also means the NFT bros are doing a good job. And
They're
I
like
don't
a
that.
parasite.
Exactly.
Like a what?
A parasite.
Yes, I agree.
That's peak marketing, reaching people that didn't even want to hear about it in the first place. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, if you market your stuff that way, you've done it. You're successful.
Yeah.
To the point where people are like, I'm tired of hearing about NFTs and the Kardashians just smile as they count more of their money.
Yeah.
So-
You hear about all this stuff going on with like Kanye, how he's like he made like a house like next to where Kim is living now or
Great
something.
Gatsby.
Yeah.
He's reenacting Great Gatsby.
It's super interesting. I mean, you know, the only reason I'll defend this is, like, let's say he just wants to see his kids, and then he'll just go to the house there just to see them. You don't
Yeah.
have to like go to her place. But it is a little like, that headline's a little sus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah,
I think it's because like the green light at the end of her dock just like represents hope to him or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I try not to think about this stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it was a peaceful divorce at first, but the more I see
The more
unintentionally,
yeah.
the more I think that they're gonna hate each other very soon.
You see what
So-
Kanye posted recently?
No.
Okay.
What'd he do?
He posted a picture of like a skinned monkey.
Why?
I don't know.
What the
He's
hell?
So
Kanye.
he's very strange.
I think
Very
he's-
strange person.
I know everyone has been saying like, oh, Kanye's lost it for like years, but I think he actually has lost it.
No, I think so too. Like, and it's like, I'm not gonna sit here and trash talk him. I just think that like, there's a lot of cries for help.
Yeah.
I think
I
like
think
throughout the
there's-
years I've been seeing.
There's been a lot of cries for help that a lot of people are ignoring, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
Is that why he
sucks.
interrupted like Britney Spears or whatever in 2009? He was trying to
Oh,
call out
that
for
was that was Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. I feel
Oh.
like maybe he was just drunk that day. Who knows? But I feel like Kanye's the type of person that doesn't drink. I don't know.
help. He's
He's
high on life.
Yeah.
He's high on life and stuff.
High on Christ, yeah.
High on Christ. Yeah, he is. He is super religious now, isn't he?
Yeah, Jesus is king.
Yeah.
Interesting guy though.
Yeah. Definitely interesting. Almost as
Speak-
interesting as all these video game movies suddenly being good.
Which one aside from Sonic are we talking?
Detective Pikachu, Sonic. That's
That's
actually
two.
that's
That-
it.
th-
That's
is that
it,
it?
really.
Okay.
That's two. Put your money where your mouth is, Robin. Let's go.
The Slender Man movie?
No, oh god, I saw that. I saw that in theaters and I hated it.
Oh, I thought. Wait, hold on. Would you? Okay, I don't know if this was a story you told, but I feel like at LPGE in 2019, you told me like, oh yeah, last night there was nothing on the hotel TV, so I just watched the Slender Man movie.
No,
Was that,
I
is
was.
that a different story I'm thinking of?
That's a different story. At LPGE, I was just watching the Eric Andre show all night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was nothing on TV, so I just started watching like YouTube videos or something.
Jimmy Fallon clips on YouTube.
No, nice callback though. But yeah, no. Yeah, no. It was like the year it came out. I was like, okay, well, I have to see this because I was like really into Slenderman and Marble Hornets and all that stuff when it was coming out. So I was like, okay, I have to watch this movie, and I got a friend of mine from high school to drive me to the theater. We went to a late night screening because ooh, spooky, and then I watched it and I fucking hated it.
Wait.
Was it that scary?
No, it was terrible. It wasn't scary.
Yeah,
It
I don't.
sucked.
Like I remember when Slender Man was like, every fan game ever was a Slender Man game,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and like none of them are really that great. Like there was, I guess, that original one that had some great ideas, but then like everything became the same thing. Find 5 pages of notebooks in this very boring forest, and don't
Yeah.
get caught.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how FNAF is now, with all the fan games. I mean, a lot of the fan games are good, but there's a lot of
There were
them.
some good ones that came out of that. A lot of them actually started to look better than the actual game. But I mean, I can't deny the charm that the FNAF games brought. Like there was just something different about each iteration that came out, and like the speed in which it came out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the speed.
I remember like when I first saw the first game, I was like, is that a horror game set in like a like haunted Chuck E. Cheese with all these killer animatronics? That's like
That's a genius idea,
That is a genius idea. Why has no one else done that before?
right?
You know?
I feel like people have. Have people not done that before?
Not really until Five Nights
I mean-
at Freddy's. I mean, like the idea of killer animatronics was like around, but it wasn't like popular enough to be like its own genre until Five Nights at Freddy's kind of came
I know,
around.
I know. Like Gravity Falls did an episode like right as the first FNAF came out.
Yeah, which is weird how like they were both in production around the same time. Yeah. But yeah, I remember like following all those game theory videos on like the lore and everything, like when I was a kid.
I
So
lost track of those ones after like the 30th video.
I watched them up to like the one he said would be his final FNAF video.
Which one?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which one?
I think it was around the time where FNAF 4 came out. But
Okay, that
he's
one.
like, this is
Oh,
gonna
okay.
be my final theory, and like,
No, it wasn't.
no offense to Matt Pat, but like honestly, I think that there was a deeper conspiracy going on there.
Oh, really?
And I talked about this on stream while I was playing FNAF the other day, but here's my thing, and it's very plausible that this happened. So Matt is growing as a game theory channel at that time, circa like let's say FNAF 2 and FNAF 3 around that time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he's getting super popular because of his FNAF videos. He was already popular, but now he's like, a mainstay in YouTube. So he's putting out these theories about this general lore that's found in, like, I think in the first couple of games it was very very subtle, because afterwards, like, he started doing all voice acting and things like that in the actual games, and trying to flesh out this plot a little bit more. But before that, it was like, you had to catch little Easter eggs and things like that to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
So that's what Matt was doing, and he was putting those together. And then at one point, I remember, I think it was around FNAF 3 or whatever, him and Scott became close. So they were talking and stuff. Like, he was DMing him on Twitter and all this stuff, where Scott was like, yeah, you're actually close with this theory, but it's not totally right. Find out in my next game or whatever. Like, he would say things like that.
Right.
So, Matt would be like, oh, well played, Scott Cawthon, well played, like stuff like that, where he doesn't get the theory, right? And then Scott would announce another game the moment that he drops a game theory, etc. So, like, it was just the cycle of a game theory, and then Scott would announce the next game. And then after a while, I felt that they started talking so often that they were kind of like in this loop, where Matt would put out details for the next FNAF. Scott would take ideas from that game theory, create his game based around that theory, but like with a little bit differing details. Matt would come back, make another game theory based off of those things, and then they have this loop going now, because it's it's churning money. Like, they're in a relationship that's like symbiotic.
Yeah, like
so
a symbiotic relationship. They're like
Right.
They're like Eddie Brock and Venom.
Basically. I guess, yeah, like, Scott is, I would say, the Venom, and Matt is the
He's
Eddie
the
Brock.
parasite.
Yeah, he's the one that's just like, we didn't decide on this lore, like.
Ugh. Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt that he does a lot of it for the money. Which is
Yeah, 'cause I
nothing
think-
really
I
wrong
mean,
with
which
that, but-
yeah, that's like everyone always says like, oh, he's just in it for the money. He's just in it for the money. You would be too.
Yeah.
Don't act like
Yeah.
you're above that. You'd
like
be
you're
in
doing
it for the
something
money
you
too.
enjoy for money. That's
Yeah.
That's why I say on my channel all the time, if anybody reaches out for me for a sponsorship and I'm okay with that product, I'm selling out. That's it. You want to
Yeah,
watch your boy
selling
grow,
out.
support the sellout process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that, if you do a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, I'm gonna give you shit for a week. But like,
That's,
I'm,
I mean,
that's
yeah, I
fine.
lose a little bit of respect for you, but do what you gotta do.
yeah.
Well, Raid Shadow Legends isn't necessarily a brand anymore, in my opinion. So, like, I don't know how much they're dishing out for sponsorships these days.
Ah.
But it used to be like the thousands, as far as I was concerned. Like,
Oh yeah, no, it was
from
it
what
was
I
like,
heard.
for a while it was just every video you watched, the person in it would be like, but first, today's video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
It's like a full console game, but on your phone. Look at
Yeah.
all these crazy heroes. My favorite is
My favorite is this one.
Hop Bunny, by the way. I'm just coming up with names, but
Yeah.
but I heard they would dish out like a few grand for each video, so that's
It's
nothing to
wild.
sneeze at. Like, I am not surprised half of YouTube was going with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Hit
blame
me
him.
up sometime. They should
Yeah.
commission me.
You want to do official promo art for Raid Shadow Legends?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If they're still making money.
I mean, of course they are. They like got so much players from like all those sponsorships that they did.
I just never really heard of anyone who actively plays Raid Shadow Legends. Maybe it's just like kids.
Well, all those
who don't have
YouTubers
much
said
of a
they
presence.
do. They have their
Oh
favorite characters and all.
I play this
I-
at least once a day. It takes no commitment. I just hop in for a bit while I'm on the toilet, and then hop out and get back to work.
I know that at the very least, Justin Wang does actively play Raid Shadow Legends, because like he like at some point last year or the year before he put out a tweet that was like, maybe it's a good thing people think I don't actually play Raid Shadow Legends, and it was just like his like data usage on his phone, and like Raid was like at 50%.
I mean, honestly, I don't even think it's probably that bad of a game. It's just, it seems like generic
Yeah,
mobile phone RPG stuff, which I've never really been into.
yeah.
That's probably all it is.
Yeah, it seems fine. It's just like, I don't want to play it, and I'm tired of seeing ads for it.
At least their ads seem somewhat honest, though. Like, have you seen some of these mobile game ads that have nothing to do with the game they're advertising?
Like
Oh yeah,
Mafia
like
City.
like Mafia City or like
That zombie one? What's that zombie one?
State of Survival.
Yeah, they always show like some half-naked girl
Yeah.
like running away, watching her boyfriend die, or like being a part of his like zombie, being eaten by a zombie.
Yeah,
and then
or
it
like
just like
the recent ones they did where they added the Joker in the game for some reason.
in the ad, not in the
Yeah.
game though.
Oh,
Okay.
really? He's not.
Oh, man.
He's not in the game. He's only in the ad.
Well,
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think
Okay.
that's my interest for the game.
Yeah. That's
I
weird.
want real Joker in like my state of survival.
I want real Joker IRL.
It reminds me of that like review I saw someone post of like it was like on Rotten Tomatoes or something of like a review for the Joker movie, and it was like 4 stars, and the guy just said, "This happened to my buddy Mike."
Oh,
This happened to my buddy Eric. Yeah.
yeah. I remember like when that movie dropped, the 3 a.m. videos were still popular, so Joker visits my house at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Dude, we gotta bring those back.
We do got to bring those back. It's a travesty that they've died. Just because J Station's not around anymore doesn't mean we can't supply these.
I don't know. I think we're better off with. Some things are better left in the past, I feel.
I'm not saying we have to be J Station. We just have to create similar content. Like,
Yeah, we'll
God,
just take a
call me
very,
at 4 in the
very
morning.
wholesome approach with it. Like, Peppa Pig visits my house at 3 a.m. Like,
Do like
why not have nice people come through at 3 a.m.?
or
Yeah.
do like what Arcade Craniacs does, where like he obviously is like taking the piss out of it. Like, have you seen that one video from him? Where he's-
guys! Among Us is at my door.
Well, they always started off differently. Hey guys, I've been playing Among Us, and like I've been
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Among Us with my friends, guys, and the guys have been playing a lot of Among Us. Look right here, it's Among Us. Like, it's literally they're doing it to talk to children,
Yeah.
like just to keep their heads busy.
My favorite one that they did is where like they had like the like Among Us imposter like in real life or whatever, and then they have like they're like guys, the imposter is making us watch James Charles apology videos. There's like a James Charles apology video on like the TV.
That's a good one though.
These
Yes.
Arcade Craniacs. You know what happened to them, right?
No, what happened?
They broke up, and apparently Edward was outed for like doing something bad. I didn't actually watch the thing because I didn't really care that much, but
Oh,
yeah.
well, that
So-
sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I guess I would say on one end, like it's kind of hard to bring your relationship into YouTube because, like, let's say that you as a couple like work on a channel together, but then again, the breakups will probably like get you more views. You know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right?
The breakup videos.
Yeah,
Like,
like
all
that
the-
was a big thing back in the day. I remember that. Like people would
Yeah.
get fake girlfriends.
Yeah. And they do like
And
breakup videos.
yeah, they're like, yeah, man, me and Maddie didn't work out, but it's time to find some new girls. And it's like, bro, you definitely weren't dating that chick.
There's a channel called like ZachJaDa on YouTube, and it's like it's a couple, and I really want them to break up. I want them to make a breakup video. I think that'd be awesome.
Why? So you can like
Yes,
share
I'll get more views.
Yeah, you should post a comment like, you guys should do a breakup video. Like, I love you guys. You should do a breakup video.
Hey guys, big fan. You guys should break up.
Right.
Long time listener, first time commenter.
Yeah.
Funny enough, like I was actually looking at I was streaming for like 8 hours yesterday, building a Lego set, and I took a second to actually look at what was trending on YouTube, and the trending tabs are not as trash as they used to be. Like, even the thumbnails aren't like as wild as they used to. I remember I used to click that one, and it's always like 10-year-olds with their mouths wide open and like a colored wheel behind them, one that says like kiss and one that says like something embarrassing or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
those wheels were just everywhere, and that was all the trending videos.
I remember that was like one of the first videos you made when you first started your channel, was like a video on one of those wheel videos.
Yeah, I did a roast.
Yeah, you did.
I used to roast YouTubers for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of like a thing. I guess that was the state of YouTube at the time, and I felt variety content, that was like a good way to just react to stuff.
Yeah.
And of course I wasn't really toxic about it, but I was just calling out really stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, since then I'm just like, yeah, this content's not gonna last very long, so I just decided to move away from it. Even though it was fun, I had a lot of fun doing those.
Yeah, but I think you're doing good with your like Sonic videos, and your Origin videos especially have been popping off recently.
Yeah, I'm gonna open that up to like a lot more different video game series. See what the people think.
If you ever do a Pokemon one, you should get me on, because I know a lot.
Yeah.
I know a lot of Pokemon lore.
So that's the thing, right? Like, I know about Sonic stuff, so like as I transition out to other game series, it's gonna be more of like I'm learning this alongside with you guys, like that kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Is someone calling you in the background there, Zach?
That is my brother playing the flute.
I was gonna say, you sound like someone.
Very sorry for that.
Has a flute
It's all
backtrack
good.
with you. It's very
Breaking my
peaceful.
ears.
I mean, I think it adds like a nice little bit
I
of
have a funny-
pizzazz to the podcast.
I was once, it's like background music. I was once streaming myself playing Gex, and someone in the chat was like, "Hey, is your brother playing flute?" And I was like, "Yeah, he is." And then he's like, "Listen to what he's playing." And then I was listening, and he was playing like the Among Drip music, like the Amongst Trap remix on flute.
That's kind of wild.
It was kind of wild.
Oh God.
This whole time, actually, Zach, I'm just picturing you like in some forest and some Madagascan tribe is just playing flutes.
I'm outside right now. Have my whole PC set up right outside my house.
Yeah.
Can we like Photoshop like Zach's avatar like in a forest? Just put that on screen real quick with like, maybe like that pan demon just blowing into a flute device.
Yeah. Do it,
Nice
Ricky.
little work for you there, Ricky.
Get to it, Ricky. Come on.
Chop chop. What am I paying? What am I paying you for?
We'll see if you listen to the whole podcast.
Yeah.
You gotta throw little challenges at him. Get him, keep him on his
Throw him a
toes.
Keep on his toes.
You thought you could just slide the audio and put that picture up? No,
Nah, come on, Ricky.
give him some work to do.
Ricky, you're a member of ZachJaDa. I know what kind of work you can do. Come on.
Ricky, put in a clip of a man tap dancing.
That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Also,
Put
Ricky,
your home address on screen.
No, don't do that.
mother's maiden name, social security, and will you be my full-time editor?
Okay.
Answer those questions.
Answer if you'll be his full-time editor. Nothing else. Don't do the home address thing.
Ricky, do the coolest edit you could ever do right on screen right now.
I'm sure
Nice,
it's epic.
dude. That's awesome.
That was epic.
Ricky.
Speaking of Ricky, you guys know that he made an album with me?
Oh yeah, he did.
He made an album with you?
Yeah, they did
a little Christmas album.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's wholesome. You did a Christmas album?
Wholesome. Yeah.
Yes.
I love Christmas stuff. I feel like my Christmas didn't really... Like, I was doing too much traveling and stuff, so I couldn't really, like, be in the moment. Normally, I'm here, like, playing video games and smelling the winter air and, like, blasting Christmas carols. So you need to send me that album.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I like the song Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire.
That's my all-time favorite. I wrote that one.
Oh,
see,
did
this
you?
this sounds like it's right
did.
up my alley.
Also like Melakaliki Maka because it's the only one that sounds relatively good. Because it has like an actual musician featured on it.
Yeah. There's like what's the other one?
Ricky, what's your favorite song on the album? Go, quick.
He really likes Oh Christmas.
Awesome.
Is he right?
I don't know.
We'll find out on the next episode.
The next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Ricky,
Zach has a bone to pick with Ricky.
Ricky, if you actually do all these edits, I'll throw you in a $5 tip.
Me too.
Me 3. That's $15 extra right there.
Well,
I'm holding you guys to that. I'm holding you guys to that.
Okay.
If he does all these edits, I'll tell you, and you all have to give him $5.
That's fine.
I'm good for it. I got a $5 donation yesterday, so
Awesome.
pay it forward.
I'm broke, so I'll have to like talk to my bank or something.
It's all good. You don't have to.
No,
You know, I almost said something stupid. I'm like, how come the bank doesn't let you borrow money?
They
then-
do.
That's
That's what a loan is.
I know. You know, but when you say a loan, it doesn't seem very, like, good-spirited. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has that. You know, Mentok's an empath, so like when he hears like loan, it gives him bad vibes. You know.
Right. It's not what is said. It's how they said it, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Just negative energy.
I love this.
Right.
I love this whole empath meme thing. Like I saw this one where it was like a video of like it was like my girlfriend yelling at me for cheating
on her.
cheating on her, and
Yeah.
it's like the woman freaking out in the car, and then it's like the guy with like his hood up, and he's like me an empath, detecting that something is wrong.
Sensing like she's upset over something.
Yeah.
Love that video.
Oh man.
You know, Ricky's an empath.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
We're learning a lot about Ricky today.
Yeah, we should have him on next week.
You totally should.
Yeah.
How awkward would it be to edit your own video episode, Ricky?
He's editing something for our channel right now, I think. I hope. So. I'm sure
sure.
it wouldn't be the first.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright.
Rest in peace, Ricky.
You said it's your brother playing the flute?
Yeah.
You should do it full time. I feel refreshed.
Shout out Matthew.
Shout out to Matthew.
Shout out to Matthew. Shout out to Matthew and his flute playing.
I want to make
Rest
a
in peace,
Stan
little guy.
reference like Eminem's song. That's my little brother Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Who? Who's Eminem?
Marshall.
Some guy who's like managing NFTs now.
God damn it.
Oh, that's right.
I wish that wasn't true. Like I saw that and I was like, no, please, come on, why?
Every time I see that, I get reminded of how funny that is. I told my friend that told my friend Dayton that he looked like Eminem's NFT because he was wearing the same hat.
That's just mean.
I mean, honestly, if you have fuck you money, go ahead and buy your NFTs. But like, don't for those people out there that are just like living paycheck to paycheck, just don't entertain this garbage.
Yeah. You should totally do it. That'll be good
Actually,
for
don't
you.
listen to me. I'm not telling anybody to do anything.
Are you?
I'm being passive aggressive right
I'm being
For Halloween, I really wanted to draw my own like Bored Ape NFT and just make it my profile picture.
Bored Ape, man.
I wonder why
God.
they're so bored. Yeah, oh, did you see the Red Ape Family show?
I wish I didn't. I saw like clips from it, and I was like, no thanks.
I've watched the whole thing like 5 times now.
Why?
Because it's awesome.
No, it's not. It's really bad.
Mentok, have you ever seen the Bored Ape TV show?
I didn't know there was one.
It's called
It's-
the Red Ape Family.
it's like a
the worst thing
cartoon.
I've ever seen. It's like a cartoon. It's not quite there yet.
Is Bored Ape different from Bape?
Bape? What's Bape?
Bape's like that. I think it's like a Japanese brand, but it's like it's
Bathing Ape?
an ape.
I'm,
I'm wondering. Hold on.
Pretty sure they're very different from what I'm looking at.
A bathing ape. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
they-
Hatsune
Bored
Miku
Ape
calls-
is different.
follows Bape.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're very different.
Wow, there's a new ape in town.
Ricky, at some point in this, can you replace the audio in the background of Zach with the reverse Song of Healing, and just not mention it?
From Ben Drowned.
Yeah, from Ben Drowned.
Ben Drowned.
Ben Drowned.
Classic creepypasta.
Yes.
Classic.
Did you hear it
What's your guys'
finally
favorite
ended?
creepypasta? Did it finally end?
Yeah, it did. JaDu'sable
awesome.
finally ended the series.
It's crazy. I didn't actually read it, but I knew like it was coming out eventually.
Yeah. It ended with videos that came out like last year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite creepypasta?
I don't know.
Mm.
I was really into like this series on what's it called? Dark Harvest 00. I used to watch that channel all the time. They were like a Slender show, but they followed like a cult.
You know, there weren't
Okay.
many creepypastas that actually creeped me out. I did like the Pokemon Black one though.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty good.
Not Pokemon Black and White.
Yeah,
for
no,
clarity,
like
for the
Ghost
audience.
Black,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That story was written before Pokemon Black and White came out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's what inspired Pokemon Black.
I guess Lost
real one.
Silver. Lost Silver.
wouldn't even be
was probably
surprised.
the one that I was into the most.
I like Tails Doll.
Tails
Yeah.
Doll
'Cause
is a good one.
There's like nothing. It's like nothing's changed. It's they just do like. Yeah, it's just like the actual character from the game. They're just like, "Oh, he's pretty scary. I'll make a story about him."
Yeah.
It was such a weird like. There's I guess like, just video games in the '90s are just so vague that you can pull a lot of like weird stuff out of them.
Yeah.
Pretty much what happened with Mario 64 last year.
Yeah. Mario 64 as a concept is kind of creepy as well. Like, it's just so empty. The world is just completely empty.
Yeah, I saw
Mario
this.
3 dimensions. That's like one step forward for him being real.
I saw this video by I forget who his name is, but like he's like this animator or something. But he did this video called Garfield 64, where he played it through a ROM hack someone made, and it was like he like portrayed it as like, oh, it was just some like Garfield game that was prototyped but didn't release, and it was using the Mario 64 engine, like obviously, which is probably why it never released. But then like, you know, it's all normal. It's in like this test area, and he goes up to the surface, and it's like a nuclear holocaust wasteland. And then he like goes through it, and like it goes through all these like platforming stages, and then he gets to, like this house where it has like the like shadowed lines of John and Odie on the wall, and then he gets the lasagna, and then it plays like the funny animation and music, and then it ends.
You gotta
Was
send
that-
me this. That sounds very interesting. to
That
me.
does sound
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
It reminds me
Garfield
of,
has
like-
been like, is more of a creepy thing now than like just normal Garfield. It's
Yeah.
like,
That reminds me of like the Catastrophe Crow thing.
Yeah, I loved that. Do you know
I
that?
played it.
Oh, you played it?
Well, my friend Angela played it, and then I was there too, and
Ah.
we uploaded it to YouTube.com.
Oh, nice.
shout out to Angela.
Shout out Angela. Rest in peace.
Why do you just keep saying rest in peace?
Because they're all dead.
They're all dead?
Yeah.
As far as the lore goes for this channel, they're all dead.
Damn, that sucks.
Rest in pieces.
Well, I think it's about that time.
It might
think
just
so.
be about that time.
It might just be, quite possibly, about that time.
So, guest Zach, any last thoughts?
Stop watching my most popular video on YouTube.
Which is...
And commission me. Oh, that one? That's, I'm not saying it out loud. Come on, don't make me do that, man.
It's Metal Chungus.
Come on.
Metal Chungus.
Did you see a popular, like, meme account on Instagram re-uploaded it, and then, like, I harassed them. I had all my friends harass them. Like, they all just, like, typed ZachJaDa moment in the comments, and then they just, like, turned off the comments.
I'd say rule of thumb, actually, is, like, the most popular video on a YouTuber's channel is probably not the video they want to be the most popular.
Honestly, yeah.
So...
Yeah. So, that's it for today's episode, everyone. Thank you, Zach, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
Maybe we'll see you next week.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe we got a third member. Let's not go that far yet.
Yeah, me and Ricky still got to do our little podcast, so.
Yeah, that means you would have to edit the art. Zach, you want to like do that all over again?
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for watching today's episode of Whatever, Whenever. I am Robin.
I'm the Mentok.
And I'm Zach.
And we will
outta here.
see you all later.
Bye.
Peace.